In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Dear students of class 6, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you in Pakistan International School Types Virtual Learning System. How are you, dear students? Hope you are doing well and you are working hard with the studies. As you know that this is our final term examination, final term semester. This is final term, so definitely you have annual exam ahead. So definitely you have to work hard to achieve your goal and to get success in your coming examinations. So today let's start our lecture. Dear students, today we have English lecture number 36 and this is for grade 6. English lecture number 36. And today, dear students, we are going to learn lesson number 21. Lesson number 21, and the name of the lesson is The Care of Animals. The Care of Animals. Definitely, it's a page number 110. Just open your book, Guided English Introductory Book, and page number 110. And here's your teacher, Sarfraz Nadeem. Dear students, the care of animals is our today's topic of the lesson 21. After uh, the topic, what you are thinking that we should care of the animals? Many people uh, have pet animals and they definitely care of their pets, and few even they don't have pets, they don't like to keep the pets, but they don't care, and sometimes they care as well. So today's lesson is about the care of animals. Being a human, we should care of the animals, whatever the animals we have, our surroundings. If we don't have any pet but we have surroundings, small animals, so we should care of them. So let's what the lesson is telling us about the care of animals. This is lesson 21, the care of animals. Dear students, you can see the few animals over here in the picture. Here we have a dog and even cat as well. Same, the picture is at your lesson as well. Lesson 21, the care of animals. Perhaps your school has a branch of the SPCA. Dear students, what is the full form of the SPCA? Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The same full word meaning is written at the last of this page. You can see SPCA, and you are a member. If so, you will know how to look after animals and what to do if one is injured. Now, dear students, SPCA is kind of organization and it has many branches in different countries. And what is the work of this organization? You can get the meaning that the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals means people who are sometimes very cruel towards the animals, they are going to prevent them, save the animals from that kind of cruelty. So say if you are a member, if so, you will know how to look after, because they always help the people to know how to look after their animals and what to do if one is injured. But many people do not know or do not care. They seem to think that animals do not need looking after and do not feel pain. Perhaps they have not thought about it. Definitely, dear students, many people in our society, in our surroundings, they definitely think same that they don't care about the animals, and same they think animals do not looking after they are thinking that the animals do not feel pain. Perhaps they are wrong, dear students. Animals feel pain same as we feel. We sometimes see cats and dogs wandering about the streets with no one to take care of them. Often they have been injured or are suffering from some disease. They have been left there by their owners who no longer want them, or perhaps their owners have moved to another town and left their pets behind. Now, dear students, in this paragraph, we said that sometimes we have cats and dogs, they are wandering in our streets and there is no one who take care of them. Or sometimes they are injured as well, or they are suffering from kind of diseases. Same, sometimes we become ill or we become injured, or sometimes we are just feeling kind of illness. Same they have as well to animals. They have been left there by their owners. You know, dear students, sometimes when the people have their pets, when they become ill or they become injured or they have kind of diseases, what they do, they put them out from their home. They don't want to look after them. They don't want to took them to the animals doctor. They want to keep the animals as a pet, but they don't want to look after them. It's not good. When we have pets, we should care of them. How to should? We have books, we have societies, we can get information, knowledge from different things, how to keep or how to look after of the pet animals like this. They have been left there by their owners who no longer want them, or perhaps their owners have moved to another town and left their pets behind. When you see animals like this, take them to the SPCA or to a vet. Vet means veterinary doctor, an animal doctor card. SPCA office. If no one wants them or if they cannot be cured, they will be killed painlessly. Dear students, when they are very much injured or they are not in such a position to be cured, then they will be killed painlessly. But what we have to do, we have to put them SPCA or to any animal doctor. Many people like animals and keep one or more as pets: dogs, cats, rabbits, some kinds of birds, even mice. If you keep a pet, make sure that you know how to look after it. Here, some things often forgotten. Dear students, many people keep animals as a pets, but they don't know how to look after them. So we have few things which we don't know. Here we have, dear students, number one about when you have, if any dog is a pet, dogs, you should not give dogs scraps of food from the table. A grown up dog should be given 2 meals a day, not more. There should be dog biscuits which can be bought quite cheaply, meat and sometimes fish, but be careful of the bones. Once a week, boiled liver and raw meat should be given. Dogs like large bones, but don't give them chicken bones. Always see that they have plenty of clean, fresh water. This is the paragraph, dear students, about the dogs. When you have a dog as a pet, how to look after them, how to give the dog meal, or what kind of meal you are supposed to give him. So this is about the dog. A dog should have a clean, dry box or kennel in which to sleep. Means when you have a pet dog, you must arrange a kind of place for him to sleep, a dry box in which he sleep. It must be given regular exercise. Its coat should be brushed daily and it should be given regular baths. So dear students, these are things very important for the dog. If you have a kind of pet, many people who are very interested to keep pets, they must care of these animals like this, which is mentioned over here in this lesson, and especially which is told right now about the dog. Number two is cats. Cats also need 2 meals a day with plenty of meat or fish. They need plenty of meat or fish, but how many times meal? 2 times, 2 meals a day. Vegetables are good for them sometimes, and they should have some milk every day. Milk is given, milk should be given to cats every day. There should always be some clean, fresh water for them too. This is the, dear students, about the cats. If you have a pet, many means I think the majority people keep pets, cat as a pet. So I think this is for them as well. There is no room to discuss here how to look after all pet animals. Go to your library and find a book on pets. If there isn't one, you will find that an encyclopedia usually gives good advice on this subject. All animals need to be given the right kind of food and care. If you want to, if you want them to be healthy and happy, it does not matter whether you pet is a dog, cat, rabbit, mouse, hamster, or canary. If it is healthy, it will give you more pleasure and you will be proud of it. So, dear students, if you have any kind of pet, you must take care of it. If you don't know, just read this lesson. If there is a not much information, knowledge given, definitely go to your school library. If not possible, then definitely internet encyclopedia will help you a lot and will give you kind of advice on this subject. Here is one last piece of advice. What this is, be careful when you are choosing your pet. A big dog is not suitable for a small house. Remember, too, that wild animals never make good pets. They almost always die. It's very cruel to keep an animal that is used to freedom in a cage. This is true of birds too. Now, dear students, this is a very best advice to give in that never take a pet, a kind of big dog or a wild animal. Never make good pets because they can because they all sometimes die because they have kind of habit to live alone or in freedom, not in a cage. So this is not only for the only dog, but this is only for birds as well. So dear students, this is the lesson, the care of animals. We have read it, and if you have any query, you can ask me in Zoom meeting. Let's see what we have next. Dear students, we have a comprehension and vocabulary on page number 111, exercise A, write SPCA in full. So very easy. You know very well, as I told you, this is the meaning of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. So we will write over here, dear students, about this. So dear students, first the word we have. So let's see what we have. The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. So this is the full form of the word SPCA. Now, second exercise B, we have after each of these statements, write true, untrue, or sometimes true. Now, dear students, we have given the sentences from the lesson. Now, what we have to do, we have to write true, untrue. If it is true, we will write say true. If it is untrue, we will write untrue. If it is true and untrue both, then we will write sometimes true. So let's solve this exercise. Number one is given, every school has a branch of the SPCA. So I think it's untrue because every school hasn't a branch. So untrue is already given. Number two, schools have branches of the SPCA. Sometimes true. Schools means many schools or majority of the schools are few, but sometimes true. Number three, people do not care about animals. What is this? Many people, dear students, care about the animals and few do not. So we will say sometimes true. Number three is many people do not care about animals. Same, sometimes true. Or you can write over here number three, untrue and sometimes true. Number five, cats and dogs wandering in the streets suffer from disease. Sometimes true. Not all the cats and dogs are suffering from the diseases which are wandering here in our streets. Not all, but few of them. So that's why we will write sometimes true. Number six, their owners have moved to another town. Sometimes true because sometimes owners moved or sometimes they if they become ill and they don't want to keep them. Number seven, many people keep animals as pets. It is also true. Many people, not all, but many people. Number eight, you may give dogs scraps from the table. Untrue, no need. Number nine, dogs should always be fed on dog biscuits. Untrue, not always, dear students. Sometimes you can give them biscuits as well, and also sometimes other things like meat as well, water, like this, fish. So number 10, a dog should always have fresh, clean water. True, will always. Great. This is true. Number 11, you should need not give a dog regular exercise. This is untrue because you should give a dog regular exercise. Number 12, kids should be given meat or fish every day. Yes, true. Number 13, an encyclopedia always gives good advice on keeping pets. True, always gives good advice. Number 14, some wild animals make good pets. Never, never a wild can be. And number last 15, any kind of bird may be kept as a pet. Untrue. Not any kind of. There are certain kinds of the birds to keep them as a pet, but not all. So, dear students, this exercise B we have completed comprehension vocabulary. A was just to write the full form, and B is already done. Then let's see what we have next after this exercise. Dear students, we are on page number same 1111, the last part of the page, and we have here the table 1. Let's see what we have in table 1. Let's see. So now dear, read all the sentence table 1 first of all. This is the best of all. This is the worst of them all. This is the biggest I have ever seen. That is the finest of any that I know. It is the smallest in the town, or it is the tallest in the world. Now, what we have, dear students, we have the words used, the adjectives, but they have the which form? Superlative form: best, worst, biggest, finest, smallest, tallest. And as you well aware that when we put the superlative degree of an adjective, we keep always the with this, so it is given, and we never compare the superlative degree with the single one, but many. So look, all of them all I have ever seen, of any that I know in the town, in the world, means you cannot come, because as I told you, the comparative degree is used with the two people to comparison, that Ali is better than me or he is better than you. But when we will use superlative degree, so we will compare majority of the class, of the school, of the city, like this. So, dear students, this is we have, and we have another table, table 2 as well. So it is given that the read all the sentence table 2. Have a look. Dear students, this is table 2. But we have few sentences are given over here as well. She is the most helpful girl of all. She is the most hardworking girl of them all. She is the most sensible person in the class. Mira is the least sensible or talkative person in the class, a talkative one in the whole school. So here what is given, dear students? Here is also given the superlative form, but such word is given which take most. As you know, we have words more and most. More is used for comparative and most for superlative, like helpful. So we will say helpful is positive, more helpful is comparative, and most helpful is a superlative. So most helpful, most hardworking, most sensible, most talkative, are least reliable, are most reliable. So these are the words which never be like this: helpful, helpfuler, helpfulest. No, they keep always most with them. So we have read this. Now we have exercise. Let's to solve that exercise. Here we have, dear students, the exercise is given, and what we have in exercise, we have to complete in written exercise A, finish these sentences. Now be careful to use the, we have to be very careful where we have to use the. So first sentence done. This is the slowest train I have ever traveled on. The word slow is in brackets, so we have to put slowest. So slowest means is a superlative slowest. So we will always put the article the with the superlative form. So we have to do, let's start. Number 2, yesterday was dash day we have had this year. So what will be the yesterday was the word is hot is given. So we will put the, yes, the hottest. Yes, we, yesterday was the hottest day we have had this year. I mean, the hottest day of the year they faced or they saw, like this. Number three, this is dash. score I have ever made. Now, good. So what will be? This is the best score I have ever made. Number 4, he bought dash balloon that he could find. Large. So large is the word. So he bought dash balloon that he could find. What will be the largest one? Here we will write over, dear students, the word largest. Yes, the largest balloon that he could find. Means he didn't find more large than this, or larger than this. So that's why they are the largest balloon. Number 5, she was dash girl in her class. So what we will write? Number 5, yes, she was cleverest. So she was the cleverest. Okay, she was the cleverest girl in her class. Or you can use, dear student, many times if you use most clever. So if you use most clever, you can use, but that will be same for that. She was the cleverest girl or she was the most clever girl in her class. Both are right. Number 6, a prize will be given for dash essay. So what will be here? Number 6. Yes, who will help me? Most creative. Yes, the most creative essay. Number 7, he received a shock of his life. So, of his life means he never received such kind of shock. So, we will say the biggest. Okay, he received the biggest shock of his life. Number 8, he is dash man I know. I know means he knows many, but he is the dash. So, what will be? He is the, yes, he is the most polite man I know. Or you can say he is the politest man I know. Okay, number 9, Mount Everest is dash mountain in the world. So what is the highest? Yes, the highest mountain in the world, because high is given. And number 10, it was dash below he had ever faced. So hard is there. So what we will write in number 10? It was the hardest. Yes, it was the hardest blow he had ever faced. So, dear students, now 10 sentences. Total we have 15. 10 sentences are done by me and 5 is your homework. I'm going to line up the from number 11 to 15. Yes, number 11 to 15 is your homework, dear students. I'm going to underline this. Okay, you can see here. Yes, 11 to 15 is homework. I'm going to write over here as well. Yes, it is your homework. Homework from where? Sentence number 11 to 15. Great. So now, dear students, we have another exercise, useful words and phrases. Let's complete that exercise. Yes, dear students, we are here on useful words and phrases. Now the word for is given. Now what we have to do, the for word for is used with the several sentences in different ways as well. And when it is used in the different sentences, it gives different meaning. Have a look what kind of how it is used and where it is used. Number 1, I have been here for 2 hours. I have been here for 2 hours. Number 2, she bought the pen for 5 rupees. She bought the pen for 5 rupees. She gave 5 rupees for it. Number 2, she bought it for her brother. Thank you for coming. We walked for miles and miles. He is leaving for Rawalpindi tomorrow. He asked for 2 loaves of bread and I forgot my books, so I went back for them. Now, dear student, you can see the word for, which is in italics, it is written, but it is used with different ways and it definitely gives sometimes same meaning, but different ways. So now what we have to do, we have to use the word for in our own sentences. Half of the sentences are given. Have a look. This is dear student exercise on page number 113. Finish these sentences by adding a phrase beginning with for. Now you have to complete this sentence, dear students, and a half sentence given, but half sentence we will write, but it will start with for. So what we will be here, dear students, we waited, what will, yes, for the bus, okay, for an for an hour, for the bus for an hour, okay, and then you can say then left, you can say. So we say we waited for the bus for an hour and then left, or then we left, you can say right here, then we left. So many students just write only we waited for you. It is good, but if you will keep, or if you write the complete sentence, it will be good for you people. We waited for the bus for an hour and then we left. Number two, how much did you pay? How much did you pay? Pay for what? We say, how much did you pay for the gardener's services or for this book, like this? So how much did you pay for gardener's, yes, yes, gardener's services. So then question marks already given, dear students. You can see over here, this is question mark. So how much did you pay for gardener services? Or you can write how much did you pay for this book, for this mobile, like this. Number three, thank you very much. Thank you for what, dear students? Thank you very much for the lovely flowers. You can say, right, for the lovely flowers, okay, or for the gift, or something else you can write. Up to you, dear students. Number four, he can run without stopping. He can run without stopping for 5 minutes. How much he can run? For 5 minutes, for 20 minutes, you can say, right. So like this, he can run for, yes, he can run without stopping for 20 minutes. Up to you, how can you write? Number five, tomorrow my father is leaving. Tomorrow my father is leaving for Riyadh. You can write, okay, Riyadh, what for? To attend. Attend the seminar, a conference, whatever you can say. But if you want to, tomorrow my father is leaving for Riyadh, okay, no need to mention the reason for what he is leaving, but just if you want to add, you can. Tomorrow my father is leaving for Riyadh to attend the seminar. So now, dear students, this is all, and now you have a homework from sentence number 6 to 8. This is homework. Just finish your homework and send it to me just at my WhatsApp. So this is your homework, dear students. Definitely you send it to me. Sentence number 6, 7, and 8 is your homework. Varsity students, I'm going to repeat your homework. What you have homework today? You have homework from two exercise. One is written exercise. Dear students, it is given over here. You can see which exercise, written exercise. And in written exercise, what you have to, which sentence given? For example, it is given that a sentence from 11 to 15. What you have to do in 11, finish the sentence. Be careful to use. In these, you have to use the adjectives degree, which degree is supposed to use. And then second exercise, useful words and phrases. So here only three sentence, 6, 7, and 8 are given, like use the word for. So three only, like my mother bought a new pair of shoes for me, for my sister, like this. So this is your homework, dear students. What will be the next lecture, dear students, inshallah? And it will be chapter number 15 and question making. The book will be New Brighter Grammar Book, English B. You can see we will learn the chapter number 15, how to make the question, how to change the simple sentence into the question. So this will be the next lecture of ours. So today's lecture is finishing. We have done this. So this is all about today's lecture, dear students, and have a good time ahead. And thank you for joining. If you have any query, any problem regarding today's lecture, just come after the lecture on Zoom. I'm waiting for you over there. This is all about. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.